Good morning, Bulldogs. I'm Tanner.
And I'm Cam. Welcome to the very first edition of Bulldog Rundown, news for students by students.
We've got a packed show today, introducing our new teachers, checking in on fall sports, and yes, even puppies. All that and more right here on your Bulldog Rundown.
As the weather cools down, fall sports and activities are heating up. We caught up with some of our athletes to hear about how their season is starting out.
This is Mr. Usher, and this is your fall sports news program.
This season, my team and I are very confident. We have already had a big win against Richland earlier last week, and we're just really excited to kick off the season and do really well. So last year we had a libero, which if you don't know volleyball, that's a pretty big part of your back row and your defense. So losing our main back row player has kind of taken a toll on our team. We were a little bit flustered at the beginning of summer trying to figure out how we were going to navigate our back row and our defense, but now that we're in season and we're trying to figure it out more, it's gotten a lot better. Just a lot of practice. I mean, all summer, all of our girls were coming out every single time that we had an open gym or a practice or Monday night leagues. Really just working together as a team and trying to get our chemistry there.
I'm very confident in my team about this upcoming season. I think that I've seen a lot of growth just throughout the summer with everybody, and we have a winning mentality, so we're ready to get another state title. I think the team has changed a lot from this year and last year. There's definitely no drama. Everybody is all in one inclusive group. We're not in little cliques anymore, which is a big thing for us. Throughout this summer, we prepared by practicing a lot. We have had a lot of long practices and training days, going to camps out of town as a team, and just getting ready for the season.
How confident I am about my team this coming season? I feel very confident. I think we have a solid team, a solid group of guys that can get the job done and, compete, to get W's out here. How do I feel my team has changed from last year to this year? We have a bigger group of kids that are more bought in. We have sophomores that were freshmen last year that are competing to play, at the varsity level, and try to make plays. And, set a statement here for Hermiston High School, Try to be not the top dog, but be taken more serious as a football team. In what ways my team is prepared? Just like I said before, just more focused, more bought in, coming to practice every day, giving it their all, giving it their 110%, just trying to learn new things about the sport of football, try to be more like a Swiss Army knife. Don't just stick to one position, play multiple positions just in case, we need help at certain positions, you're ready and ready to battle out there on the field, in the trenches especially,
With the new school year, you probably noticed some new faces in the classroom. Let's meet a few of our new teachers.
Hey Bulldogs, we have a bunch more new staff at Hermiston High School, and today we're going to introduce you to some of them.
I think I'm looking forward to the most seeing growth with my freshmen and getting them really involved in all of the FFA activities.
How to become a better teacher and how the students can help me do that as well.
I think this year, kind of what I'm looking forward to the most is just making those connections with kids and families and teachers and helping them be successful.
So my role as an ag teacher, I teach AFNR as well as animal science too. In order to do it successfully, I work really well with my team since I'm new, and then I make sure I just really set goals and deadlines and get it all accomplished.
I'm currently the graduation coach here at Hermiston High School, which means a lot of different things. Specifically, I'm focusing on freshmen right now and transitioning from middle school to high school and helping them with grades and attendance and kind of how to advocate for themselves so that they stay on track to graduate.
So I decided to become a teacher at the high school because my son was involved with FFA and I knew the importance that it had in the student's success, and I wanted to be an influence in helping make the successful adults from the high schoolers.
Well, I was a student here myself, and teachers like Mr. Davis, who's still a teacher here, and Mr. Lambert and Ms. Sexton, they're just great teachers to me, and like they helped me to be successful in college and beyond, and just that helped me to decide to do the same thing here.
This is my 23rd year in the Hermiston School District. I taught here at the high school for 12 years and then went to Armin Larvey Middle School. And then I most recently was a PE teacher at Loma Vista Elementary School. So been here my whole teaching career, and this job came up, and I'm very excited to work in the school in kind of a different capacity than a teacher.
So before this, I worked in a potato shed where I picked rocks from potato lines. I picked out like snakes and rabbits that would come off the back of the trucks. I've also worked in preschools and at a vet clinic.
So what jobs have I done before this? So most of the jobs before this job were done when I was in college at University of Oregon, Go Ducks. And those jobs included being a resident assistant in one of the residence halls, being a peer advisor for the Office of Academic Advising, being a math tutor for the Center of Multicultural Academic Excellence, and also included being a student orientation leader with the summer orientation programs.
Students can reach the counseling office. They can come in, they can send me an email, they can stop by the office and check in, leave a note, and then I'll get back to them.
Speaking of teachers, we also asked some of them what high school was like back in their day.
The main difference between now and then when I was in high school, social media and cell phones. We had neither one of them when I was in high school. So just talking to actual people, not texting or posting on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and that.
I think when I was in high school, well, one, technology, like we didn't have Chromebooks and stuff, so like we didn't have access to all that, so teachers didn't have to worry about like students cheating off stuff that way. It was all the old school way of cheating. Also, we were a lot better at it.
I mean, a lot hasn't changed. There's little things like we used to have lockers in this hallway. Now it's just empty, so that was a big change for me when I came back in the building. We played in Oregon. We didn't have the WIA, and so soccer was in the fall back then. Outside of that, things haven't changed.
If I could go back to my younger self, I would probably tell them it's okay to fail more. When I was probably growing up, I was probably afraid to fail a lot versus just trying new stuff. I'd probably say that.
One thing that I would give advice to a younger version of myself would be to absolutely invest in Bitcoin first and foremost. And then probably second would just be more involved. Go out and do more things in the school community. Like go to the football games, go to the basketball games, go to the dances, participate in all the clubs and everything, because you really get more out of this experience of time the more you put into it. When you just kind of passively let life pass you by, you kind of look back on time and go like, I wish I would have done that.
Okay. If I could go back to my younger self and give myself some advice, I would just tell myself not to be afraid to laugh at myself and be a little bit more outgoing. I was very self-conscious, ironically, like being an athlete. I felt very confident on the basketball floor or volleyball or out in the track and field world, but like in the hallways of school and, in the classroom was a pretty intimidating place for me. And so if I could go back and tell myself one thing, it would be just to be, more confident, be myself, and be proud of that.
Do I have a high school sweetheart / activities that I did back then? Do I still do? No, I don't have a high school sweetheart in that I had a girlfriend in high school, but we did not get married. My wife and I met when I was in college. I really only talked to like one person that I went to high school with, but again, I didn't participate a lot. So I kind of look back on thinking I wish I would have participated more in school and had a broader social network to talk to. And then activities, no. I was pretty much a stay-at-home kind of kid. I did my sports activities that I engaged in, and then I just kind of checked out for the rest of it. So.
Okay, I did not have a high school sweetheart. My main focus in high school was my athletics, and so I would say that I was in a relationship with playing basketball and doing track and fields, and I have no shame in saying that because it got me a scholarship and provided me amazing opportunities to go to college and perform track and field and compete a little bit post-collegiately, which led me to be a coach and a teacher today. So no romances in high school, just focused on athletics.
Can you believe some of them didn't even have cell phones? Times sure have changed, especially with our new phone rules. Let's hear what teachers and students think about the changes.
Hey Bulldogs, I'm Andres, and as we all know about the new phone rule.
Hey! You can't have your phone out.
As we all know about the new phone rule, phones are supposed to be off and away thanks to the executive order from the state of Oregon. I went around the whole school asking staff members their opinion about the new phone rules. Let's get into it.
I think that the new phone rule is good, it's effective. I do believe that the phones can cause a lot of distraction, and they can make kids feel like they don't need to pay attention in class since they have their phones in front of them.
It's fine. Phones need to be put away. I have a pager anyway, so it doesn't matter.
I would say my first thoughts were I was a little skeptical. I wasn't sure how it was going to go, but overall, I'm really enjoying the way it's going lately. I think it's gotten rid of a lot of issues that we had in the past, and students are paying more attention, so I can't complain.
All right, so new rule. We had an executive order given to us by the governor, and so it's a rule that's put in place for us. I'm a rule follower, so I'm here to help enforce the rules and make sure we're abiding by the rules that are set forth on our district and in our schools. So I'm going to follow the rules.
I would say so, yes, only for the reason that it's one less thing that I have to have a conflict with during the course of a class or be looking out for all the time. And when you're trying to lead a large group of people and teach a class, and then you have your attention taken away because somebody has their phone out or like people are doing all these other things, then it makes it harder to do my job.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think naturally kids, like I said, are paying more attention, they're more engaged, they're more willing to participate because they don't have that distraction on them. Some kids will try to sneak it away, and so there's still that monitoring that we have to do, but overall it's going a lot better.
So I think I have seen a decrease in phones in classrooms and also phones in the hallways. I feel students are also a little bit more compliant when we ask. I'm getting less pushback because I think people do know that there is an ordinance.
I do not think it is worth the investment to spend money on magnetic pouches when I think most students know how to open and close them.
I think it's a lot of money for those pouches, that the magnetic pouches, and kids already have ways around it.
I don't know if it's the magic bullet. I doubt there's a magic bullet, but I am happy that we've made this step towards getting cell phones out of the classroom.
I would say the jury's still out, but the answer would be no, I don't believe it's necessary.
Thank you so much for watching this part of the segment. I hope you guys enjoyed. Snyder, can I have my phone back?
No!
Darn it.
Okay, enough about rules. Let's move on to something way more fun. Puppies. Bella, take us inside of the home of the foster families helping raise dogs for a local shelter.
Have you ever wondered what foster care is like? Today we're going to be talking with two ladies who foster dogs. They'll share what it's really like, the challenges, the funny stories, and some advice if you're thinking about fostering.
I love that they get a chance. They get a chance to come from the streets and then to find a home.
So I've been fostering for Fuzzball Animal Rescue for about 11 years, but fostering personally for longer than that.
I've been with the rescue, what year is this, 2025? So I've been with the rescue for 13 years now, I believe it is, or 14, I can't remember.
The most challenging part is integrating dogs into your household when there's already dogs there, seeing if their personalities are gonna fit. Also, It's hard emotionally when they come to you injured or abused. The very hardest part is saying goodbye, because sometimes, sometimes you keep contact with people, the people that adopt, and sometimes they choose not to, and you just don't get updates all the time. That's the hardest part.
Here we are. I tell the dogs sink or swim. Here we go. And then if my husband comes home, I say, be careful when opening that door. And seriously, my house is set up for dogs. We just kind of live there to pay the bills. And so I bring the new ones in. They go in the kitchen with the gate closed till everybody gets used to each other. Think about it carefully, because these dogs have been abused and neglected for the most part, and when they come in off the streets or from the shelter and go into a foster home, it's very difficult for them already, and so if they're there for a few days and you've decided it's too tough for you, it's very hard on them to now move to another place. They're trying to build trust.
You have to be honest with yourself, and also the next thing is be flexible. Because things are not going to turn out the way you think they are. Everyone sees puppies, they're like, oh, they're so cute, I want to take them and take care of them. And then you get them home and realize that they roll in their own poop. Just don't have like a candy-coated vision of what things are going to be like. As hard as it is not to get attached, you do have to learn how to unattach. Is that a word? Unattach, because your job is to, no, you can't have that. Your job is to temporarily house that animal so they can move on to another home. You can't keep each and every one. That limits your ability to help the next one when you have too many, So that's my advice. Yeah.
Do you have anything to say?
Thanks, Bella. Now, since fall is all about change, we asked a few of our students and staff what the season means to them.
Okay, my favorite part of the fall season is just the aesthetic of it, going on walks, looking at nature, and also the fits, like the outfits. The weather is gonna affect my fashion because instead of wearing shirts and like jorts, I'm gonna be wearing instead like cargo pants, like actual jeans and like jackets instead, because of how it's gonna start feeling cold. What I like to do during the fall is go on walks, read, just experience the weather. I really like the weather with the wind and like how cold it is, and like how I could put on baggy clothes and actually feel comfortable.
My name is Andres Mariscal. I like Halloween, Halloween's a really good holiday. It's a really good holiday, eat a lot of candy, go trick-or-treating, enjoy the fall, I like to be in hoodies, Hoodies are really good. I like to be in my PJs all the time, drinking a lot of hot chocolate. Really good. Well, a lot of people are going to be more comfortable during this during this time of year. They're going to be in more like winter gear. They're going to have their vest on, or they're just going to have more of their pants on. They're just going to be more comfortable this year.
My name is Mr. McDonald. Fall is full of death. Leaves are dying. Football, people are dying. Joking, but football, a lot of it's my favorite sport. A lot of contact, a lot of physicality. Love coaching it. Love seeing young men grow and be physical as well, and learn self-discipline. And so, yeah, I love football. So football, I used to be a Raiders fan, but then the Raiders are just frustrating. They have new life with Pete Carroll. But the Seahawks is always because my wife loves them and I grew up in Seattle. So I'll be honest, I could watch any football game. It could be School of the Blind versus some other university I've never heard of, and I will watch it because it's better than watching nothing at all. I like it. I like the cooler, crisp air. I like the fact that we're going to, it gets darker sooner. So for me, it's not a problem of focus. I prefer it because I'm a large animal. I hate summer and heat. I am way too hot and sweat way too much for summertime.
And finally, we're closing today's show by hearing from some of our seniors about what they're looking forward to this year.
My name is Obed. I'm a senior at HHS High School, and one thing I'm excited for my senior year is Meeting new people and getting good
My name
grades.
is Carlos Ramirez, and I'm excited for the football games.
My name is Leonel, and I'm excited for graduating.
I'm Riley Darcy, and I'm excited for hanging out. Last year, hanging out with friends.
My name is Brian, and I'm excited to participate in different sports.
I'm Melanie, and I'm excited to graduate.
I'm Jaslyn, and I'm excited for the senior activities.
My name's Tanner, and I'm excited to go home and play 2K.
My name's Leonie Mendoza, and I'm excited to have my card in the yearbook.
My name is Patrick, and I'm excited for the last week of school.
My name's Luis, and I'm excited to graduate this year.
For your senior year? My name is Brian, and something I'm excited for my senior year is the upcoming soccer season.
My name is Esteban, and what I'm excited for this year is wrestling season and hanging out with friends.
Alright, my name is Eder, and I'm looking forward to soccer season and then all the senior activities.
My name is Yoreli Murillo, and what I'm looking most forward to is probably skipping classes and with my friends.
My name is Rafael Roscoe, and I'm most excited for senior activities and prom.
My name is Dominic Mendez, and the things I'm looking forward to my senior year are homecoming week and graduation.
My name is Christian Gomez, and I think I'm most excited about is for track season and wrestling season. And then aside that, I think I'm most excited about for like the spirit weeks that are gonna happen that I'm able to participate in now because I'm a senior, you know.
That's it for your September edition of the Bulldog Rundown.
Thanks for watching, Bulldogs. We'll be back at the end of October with our next show.